Hi, I'm Francesca Rowan-Plowden and I'm an interior designer and home store owner, and I specialise in historical homes and coastal properties. As an interior designer, I've worked on stately homes, hotels. I also work with residential private clients and property developers.
There are over 3,000 historic homes in the UK. And in this series, I want to celebrate Britain's unique independent heritage. From the most impressive Art Deco buildings to grand Georgian mansions, historic homes can tell us so much about our history. But not just the battles and the victories, but the basics too. How our ancestors built, cooked, lived and loved, and how our modern day ways of life have evolved. Duquesne Court was built in 1937 and was home to many of the famous music hall stars. They even had a bar on the top floor. During the war, it escaped bombing because the Nazis earmarked it for their own offices. Nowadays, it's home to 677 apartments, making it the biggest apartment block in Europe.
So a really good way to update your kitchen is simply changing the handles. Now most handles are standard size, so all you have to do is unscrew the old ones and put the new ones on. And I've gone for a T-bar antique brass here, and then just to vary it, a bit of a handle there.
Waking up to the sound of seagulls and waves lapping against the shore is for many of us our idea of heaven. Buying a house by the sea is the perfect way to escape the frenetic ways of modern life. Every property tells a story, and it's from these stories we learn not only about ourselves as a nation, but also about ourselves as people.
Delving into the story of your house makes you part of its living history. You may start to feel differently about your home when you discover who else lived there. You'll certainly feel more connected and involved in its history, and you'll probably uncover some intriguing stories.
Rye is a small Italianate hilltop cobbled town which over the generations has attracted artists, writers, musicians and actors.
I specialise in historical homes renovations, and in fact I was awarded Best Historical Homes Interior Design Firm.
So this house is the perfect example of how you can update and also restore. So Sian, obviously you love all things vintage. Why is it important for you to include heritage in your interiors?
I think that being able to reach back into the past and take elements of our history, it's lovely to live with.
So another top tip for kitchens is lighting. Now I suggest having two separate circuits, one for wall lights and one for ceiling lights. So at night, it becomes a lot more atmospheric.
There are a range of kit home companies, many offering bespoke plans or options to alter.
So this week I'm going to talk about the colour yellow. Now people are sometimes a bit funny about the colour yellow. It reminds them of the 1980s or play school, but in fact it's a really timeless and elegant colour. For me, what makes good interior design is understanding the property and the room that you're making over or designing. Understanding the people who live there, what they need from that room and how that room's going to function.
Bungalows can now be extended upwards due to a new planning process, which means they can go from this to this without too much hassle.
1 week, one home, one aspiring interior designer.